It's Monday. I'm Maudie and this is Leela, and today we are going to be making a book nook. And I'm excited because today's project is a collaboration with Critterosity. So this summer I got to take a Lambe course via Zoom. Lambe is a style of puppetry that is done in a small box or container and is performed usually for just one or maybe two people. And you peek inside this little box and the puppeteer is hidden from your view. Sometimes you get to see their hands, but they do all of the performance especially for you. Each time it's live theater, but in miniature, and it was just fascinating. If you get a chance, I'll put the link in the description. Absolutely check it out. Mind-blowing. And it got me really thinking about tiny spaces and small dimensions and getting a different point of view. I started really getting into, of course, miniatures. And in doing so, I'm sure you've also come across some of the ads for little shelf inserts that look like a whole other little world right in your bookshelf. And I thought, I want one. And so I set about creating my own. And thanks to Critterosity, I was able to use some of her characters to create the book nook that we are making today. So when you download this, I recommend that you print this out on 65-pound cardstock. That's the paper that's a little bit thicker. And you will get 3 sheets like this, okay? The first one is a spine of a book, right? So you're going to take this page, design it however you want. You can even give it a title. I left it blank on purpose. And then you set that one aside. This one is not going to get cut. The next one is the background. This one's going to be folded inwardly, so these two will work together to form the case of your book nook. That's the spine, that's the inside. And finally, you're going to design and color and cut this one, which features the little critters, squatches, the little readers, and those will be the panels of your book nook. What you'll need for this project is a pair of scissors, some tape, a glue stick, or the best thing I've found to stick 2 pieces of paper together without getting it all bumpy is spray adhesive. Now, I don't recommend the liquid stuff because, like I said, if you put this on there, it will get kind of wavy bumpy. So glue stick is fine. Spray adhesive is the best way to go. The background one is going to fold inward on those dotted lines. However, the easiest way to do this is to actually fold it backwards so you can see those lines. Crease it, and then fold it forward. Much easier. So that's one. Next we'll do the spine. Give it a nice crease. This one doesn't matter which way it goes, it's the same both directions. Once you're ready to do that, you're going to spray. I'm not going to do it in here because it smells really strongly. You're going to spray the one side, wait till it gets tacky, maybe about 5 seconds. You're going to lay your other one right into it like that. And it should stand together like this. All right, I just sprayed this one outside. I'm going to lay the other one right into it. Well, that was shaky, huh? There we go. There we go. Give it a bit to dry. You can set it to the side. There we go. And now we can work on the other one. Now you don't need this anymore. Now I would color this. However, in order to leave your imagination open to whatever you want to design, I'm only going to be working on this blank one. You can choose to leave it blank as well, but I recommend you spend a little time coloring. Put on a movie or a podcast or something and have some fun. So for this panel, we are just going to cut on the dark lines, the solid black lines, just like that. You'll notice that there are dotted lines here, okay? Once you have your 3 panels, I'll show you what we do with those dotted lines. Once you have separate panels, you're going to notice those X's in there, and that's because we don't need that space there. That's what we're going to be looking through. So you can take your scissors and punch through, or you can use a craft blade to very carefully cut out that center panel. I'm not usually this meticulous, but for a Critterosity craft, I will take my time.
I'm Chester.
Once you have your panels all cut out, you are going to fold on those dotted line backward. There's 1, 2, and 3, in that order. We are going to install this one furthest back. I like to leave just enough width at the top there so that the tape can actually sit in there. So you'll take a piece of tape, and you will tape it from the top and go down over the side. Flip it over. Now that I'm assembling it, you know what? Here's what you can do instead. Install and assemble the panels into the background without putting the cover on yet, only because then the tape will be covered up. That would look a lot better. Don't make the same mistake I did. Learn from me. Okay. We're going to keep going though. Okay. Next, we're going to install the center panel. And here you get a little bit of freedom to play with the dimensions. How far up do you want her? How far back do you want her? That is entirely up to you and your artistic vision. That looks good to me. I'm going to tape her here. And I'm going to try and keep her parallel to the back panel. How'd I do? Okay. Flip it over. Tape it down. How's it looking? And last but not least, the front. And this one I do like to have flush with the very front of my book Nook box. So I'll go right across the front here. Flip. One more. Ta-da! There we have it. And that's how you make a little paper book nook that can sit in your shelf and create a whole other world right in your bookshelf. So there you have it. Now, if you want to go for the razzle dazzle, Michael's has these little lights. They come two to a set. You pull the little tab out to activate them, or to let the battery work anyway. And it'll light up like this. And once again, all you need is a little bit of tape. And I like to put it right there where the light stand is, if you can see there. Little light. It just makes sense that there would be light coming from the light. If you need it further back or you prefer it back here, you can put it on this one as well. Once you get the space you want it, you can tape it in place. Just like that. And then tape the little button to the side so you can pinch it and turn it up. Just low enough that I can still reach it. So it'll sit like this. You can tuck the wire in behind the other panel. And there you have a little lit up book nook. I hope you have fun creating your little book nook. Please let me know how it goes. And if there's any modifications that I should make to it. If you have any ideas for other indoor spaces that might be good for a book nook, let me know. You can leave a comment. And keep an eye out because Critterosity said she would love to turn these into a kit that is pre-colored. So all you would have to do is assemble it and you wouldn't even have to print it. So I know some of you don't have a printer at home. So keep an eye out for that one. We'll be working on that in the coming months. Now, let me introduce you to something.
I'm Leela. I hope you've enjoyed doing that craft along with Maudie. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. See you on the next video.